What's up, everybody? It's Jordan, and welcome to the Sports Dude Hines Show. In today's video, I'm going to be continuing my series of Path of the Draft. This Path of the Draft video is of the Denver Broncos, so I'm going to kind of be talking about the Denver Broncos offseason moves and also be doing a 3-round mock draft for Denver from ProFootballNetwork.com. Let's go ahead and get started here. Obviously, the Denver Broncos made a blockbuster trade, and they acquired future Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson from the Seattle Seahawks. They traded a couple first-round picks and some mid-round picks as well, but I think this is a great trade for the Denver Broncos. You know, everybody knows, if you've seen what it's for, I am a big Bengals fan, but I've been in the Denver Broncos hype train for a couple years now, so much to the point, heading into the 2020 season, I was stupid enough to pick Drew Lock as my MVP winner. Clearly, that did not happen, and that's what I traded to get, Russell Wilson, who I think could add a spark to this Denver Broncos offense. Really, since ever Peyton Manning left, they've been unable to find their quarterback of the future. They finally found it in Russell Wilson. Some people think the Denver Broncos want to be in the playoffs. To me, I think that's absolutely ridiculous. I think the Denver Broncos, despite having Russell Wilson on their team now, are still one of the most underrated teams in the NFL, and I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL. They have such a young receiving core. They have a great young players in offense and defense. They also kind of signed some other people as well. Like I said, they had a great offseason. They signed edge rusher Randy Gregory. Now, this signing to me, I think it's a little bit too much for Randy Gregory. He signed a 5-year contract worth $70 million. He only had 6 sacks last season in playing 12 games. Randy Gregory has never had a season where he's had more than 6 sacks. And Randy Gregory has never played a full 16 games in a season. So to me, I think 14 a year is a little bit too high for him. Maybe 11 or 12 would be better, but I think 14 a season is a little bit too high for Gregory. And he also re-signed linebacker Josie Jewell. Josie Jewell only played 2 games this past season because, he had a season-ending injury. But in the 2020 season, he had over 100 tackles. And I like that signing quite a bit there, but I still think they can maybe use some more linebacker help as they head into the 2022 draft, which is, as crazy as it sounds, is just next week. So I love these moves by the Denver Broncos. I really think, Wilson can take them to the next level. So let's go ahead and look at this, 3-round mock draft here from ProFootballNetwork.com. So they don't have a first-round pick because, with the trade with the Seattle Seahawks, but they have the 64th pick in the draft. That's the last pick of the second round. And they also have 2 third-round picks. So like I said, looking at it here, I think they can maybe go linebacker. Troy Anderson is the best player available here on PFN's big board. And he happens to be a linebacker, very underrated player out of Montana State. Looking at some other players as well, if there's any top other linebackers that would compete with him to maybe, say they should take him over Anderson. I really don't think there is here. Kobe Bryant's available. I don't think they need to get him right here, but maybe in like a third-round pick or so. We're going to go ahead and take Troy Anderson, the linebacker of Montana State. I think that's probably the best you can get for the Denver Broncos, unless somehow Chad Muma, the linebacker from Wyoming, would somehow fall there. So when you look at the team needs for the Denver Broncos, it's very interesting because, like I said, they're kind of locked in at wide receiver. They have the quarterback. They have Javonte Williams, who I think has a ton of potential. But, there's a chance they could lose Melvin Gordon. Maybe they take a running back, maybe in the 3rd or 4th round to have a running back duo. Looking at some defense, wouldn't be surprised if they went defense. Corners, there's not really any great corners available here. Looking at some edge rushers, Micah Saunders, the edge rusher from Cincinnati. Like I said, Gregory, he has never played 16 games in the season. So he's been hurt quite a bit throughout his NFL career. I don't think this would be bad at all if the Broncos, took an edge rusher and Saunders here with the 75th pick overall. We'll go ahead and take him here. I like that pick quite a bit. I know edge might not be a dire need for the Denver Broncos. That might not be a desperate need, but I think he's one of the best players available, and I think you should always try to draft best player available over position needs. Looking at it here at offense, anybody kind of stands out to me. You have Isaiah Likely. That's someone you possibly look at, and it's weird because when they traded to get Russell Wilson, they traded Drew Lock, and they also traded Noah Fant. So they have Albert O. He has a couple years on his contract left. But, they've used 2 tight ends quite a bit in Denver, with Albert O and Noah Fant. So I wouldn't be completely shocked if they did maybe go Isaiah Likely here with the 96th pick overall. I really don't think that would be bad. It's kind of one of those scenarios. Tight end's probably not their biggest, team need right here at the 96th pick overall. But Isaiah Likely, to me, I would say, my opinion, is one of the best players available. He's on the PFN's big board as second best player available. I'm going to go ahead and take him there. I know some Denver fans might not like it, but I like it quite a bit there. Just giving more weapons for Russell Wilson and making this Denver Broncos offense and team just so much better. Like I said, I am a diehard Bengals fan, but I absolutely cannot wait to see the Denver Broncos this season. It'll be very, very interesting to see how they perform in the 2022 season. Let me know what you think in the comments, about this Denver mock draft here. That about does it for this video. If you're new to the channel or if you've seen my videos before, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time on the Sports Dude Hines Show.